Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. I'm recording a special message today, not in Urdu, in English, because this message has reached outside Pakistan as well. Yes, I'm talking about Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan. He once had his special fame when he spoke to United Nations 2 years ago, just before COVID started. And now, once again, he's in the limelight in Pakistani national media, among Pakistani public, and also overseas. I, as an overseas person who has roots in Pakistan and I reside in America, I had American and non-American and people here, local people here, that one of the local persons, in fact, a PhD candidate, almost a PhD, a doctor almost, reached out to me and said, did you see what your prime minister said? Now, of course, he was seeing him as a liberal person, and he was saying this information coming from a liberal person means a lot. Nobody here in America called it victim blaming. However, Pakistani public, some people in the Pakistani public are calling it a victim blaming of Prime Minister Imran Khan. I want to give my feedback how these things are being seen in America. He was talking about, of course, this message is in English, is addressing to that audience that was giving a reaction. For instance, Muslims were very happy. A lot of Muslims, men and women, are happy. I am in an international community here where people from several Muslim countries get together, and I would say about 60 different nationalities. They were very happy. Now, among non-Muslims, there is a mixed response to some of the ultra left saying that he was probably doing a victim blaming. Now, you can't. My reaction to this is, first one is that I can't judge what was he trying to do. I can only judge what he was saying on the paper. He never said in his statement or short message that he was giving during a live transmission, phone calls with the Pakistani public, which is a very nice thing he's doing. He never said that he's blaming the victims. No, he actually was blaming the way our societies are these days operating. Our societies, especially Muslim societies nowadays, they think that most of the Western values are great and fine. It's the Hollywood culture is what America is. Let me tell you, America is not Hollywood. Please, if you think America is what Hollywood shows you, then you're living in fool's paradise. Hollywood does not represent the entire American society. Hollywood is an entertainment industry. It's an industry just like other fashion and entertainment industries. And they do whatever they want to do. And of course, it's mostly dominated by progressives or ultra left-wing people. So how could that be a representative of an entire society? In fact, what Hollywood often presents has affected American society as well, especially in terms of not just sexuality, but also in terms of violence. Violence is a big problem. That the Hollywood movies have portrayed violence, especially the violent movies during the 80s and 90s, have caused a lot of damage in America. All right. So don't think Hollywood is what America is. Problem with the Pakistani or Indian cultures is that Imran Khan is so right. He's spot on. And I've seen this, that something is shown in Hollywood, then it's copied in Bollywood. Then from Bollywood, it goes to India, Pakistan and Bangladesh and other Muslim countries also. And they present their version of that too. Come on. It's like someone wore, like I'm wearing a coat. I wore that, or I wore a jeans. It's used, it's dumped on you. Then say, okay, now this person uses it and then makes it's his own version or their own version, and then it becomes something else. Don't do that. You know, this society, the openness of this society has its own pros and cons. And remember, there are very strict rules and regulations here, and still we are facing a disaster in American entertainment industry. It's called Me Too movement. It's a disaster, and it's only tip of the iceberg. They have only labeled as one guy is like a scapegoat. What's his name? I forgot his name. Weinstein. They labeled him as a scapegoat. Believe me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Hollywood has literally ruined some kids' lives. Just look at the life of child stars. What's going on with them now? All the like Home Alone stars and all the people who were child stars. Some of them were horrified. They were sexually manipulated in very, very little ages. I mean, it's shocking. I can present to you dozens and dozens of interviews of actors and actresses that when they were doing certain acts or certain roles as kids, they were exposed to all kinds of extreme nonsense, which is nonsense to American culture too. Yes. So our society needs to understand that. For instance, after the aftermath of Me Too movement is, in fact, it was already in place in a lot of places, that people, for instance, I'm a lecturer. I lecture in the universities. I teach as a teacher, and also sometime as a doctoral student, as a PhD student. I cannot meet behind closed doors where no third person can come in a non-professional setup and also in a non-professional attire with my own faculty or with my own students, depending on which hat I'm wearing. All right? This is happening in America, and I was told this long before Me Too movement. When I was beginning to teach in like 2014, 2015, our chairman in the department told us that none of you should conduct a meeting with your female student. None of you males should conduct a meeting with your female students, or none of you female teachers should have a meeting with their male student behind closed doors, or any student for that matter. It should not be behind closed doors. And then now, aftermath of Me Too movement is that there are outfits, certain outfits that so many companies are banning. For instance, red lipsticks, provocative dresses. These are being banned. There's a lot of things that companies are saying that don't wear this to work. There are certain dresses or makeups and stuff that are not for work. So people in Pakistan, they think whatever I want to dress in America, they think of America this, whatever I want to dress, whoever I want to go after, who I want to go stalk and all that, it's all good. No, it's not. You can't just wear whatever you want to wear. That's not the freedom you think America has. Even America, yes, even America, where rapes are like second or third in the world. And again, less than half of them get reported. I'm not even talking about date rapes and all that. And you're trying to implement this sort of openness in a society that does not have laws, that does not have a powerful person ever being punished or being prosecuted in a proper court of law. You want to implement those over there? Well, if you really want to be like America 100%, then first establish a society, a civilized setup the way it is here, and then expect that. And then too, you will still fail, because over here, with all that civilized setup, with all powerful system of justice that where American serving president could not point a finger at the court, so many members of his cabinet and his team were indicted. Yes, in this country, still you could not prevent rape and sexual crimes, and they're still going and still going and still going, because this is one of the fundamental key factors that the way society will show things to people, the way people will act. This is a natural thing. If you're shown a beautiful car every day, you're passing by a nice, beautiful showroom, and you want to buy, you will have that natural desire that I want to get that. So our people have to understand that even in America, yes, there are certain laws and rules and guidelines that are not in place, whether it's in India or Pakistan or any third world country, sorry to say, for that matter. So really, all the activists, the ultra left-wing people, don't act like fascist people. You want to see the world in your colors. Where were all these people when they were criticized? People were making fun of Imran Khan's wife just because she covers. You have the right to go out in rallies half naked and exposing yourself and dirty slogans and all of that. You have the right to do that. Oh, you have freedom. But if some poor lady has a choice to wear covered dress, you make fun of that? And you say that's not representative of Pakistan? Remember, Pakistan's official name is Islamic Republic of Pakistan. It is not Banana Republic of Pakistan. With that in mind, I'll request Prime Minister Imran Khan also to look inside his own pocket also what kind of coins he's carrying. Yes, I'm talking about the politicians that are in his team right now as we speak, 2021. Many of them openly support illicit behavior, openly. I have condemned something that happened only a month or two ago, and your own minister was openly supporting that in an Islamic republic. So if you have chosen to be an Islamic country, then be like one, and let's not be like hypocrites, half this and half that and half something else. So I hope this message will get across some minds, and I don't know, it's a bit long, but hopefully some people will pay attention to that. Thank you so much.